I'm building the ultimate transit van that Ford never made. And to do that, I'm using a Ford Fiesta ST that I could not say no to for £2,600.
And in the last 2 episodes, we completely stripped the ST and the van and then revealed what we want this van to look like at the end.
But now, I've actually got to figure out how to make this work. And in this box here is what I think is the key to getting this van as an ST. That's right, this is the full brains of the old Ford Fiesta ST, and now I've got to retrofit it into the van to make that ST engine work and everything else about this van become an ST. But with the people around me, I'm confident we can get this van on the road. I mean, where do we even start with this? There is just wires upon wires. The only thing I can think, the sensible thing to do is get it all out, attach the BCM, because that's kind of like the brain of the car, to the firewall, and then we kind of just go from there. Let's get to it.
Yeah, this really is as daunting as it looks. There is so many wires here, and obviously a lot of them got tangled when I put them in the storage box. So I spent so much time untangling them and trying to remember roughly where things went from when I took out the Fiesta. It did help that I did label quite a few of the main plugs that are going to be very important, but it's just roughly getting into place just to give me an idea of what we're working with.
Right, it still looks like a mess, but it's an organised as possible mess. We've got the BCM down here with the connection plugs, the fuse board, whatever that is, I don't know. It actually says scrap if dropped, so hopefully I haven't damaged it. The Viper immobiliser I've laid out just here because obviously we're going to have to wire that back up when we push through the front wiring loom. Has got to go through here from the fuse board around the back here, which hopefully I've got enough room for. This is all the biggest challenge, I think. Personally, this is definitely the biggest challenge. We've got the back of the harness laid out to here, because obviously we've still got to take out the back section of the van harness, but we can worry about that at a later date. All the cluster and infotainment's roughly in the middle. I'll be honest, I wish I actually labelled more, but the way this harness it doesn't want to lie exact. There's a way it wants to lie, which is really annoying, but most plugs that I've labelled, etc., are in the right place, and it's roughly gives me an idea where we're at. So next up really is to try and get the harness from the front through, but oh my god, this is just like next level challenging. It can be done, of course it can be done, anything's possible, but this is just a major challenge. And actually, while I'm here, one thing I was thinking about the other evening is the heater. Now, obviously we've got the Fiesta wiring loom in a van. It's not designed for it, and neither's the heater. The heater is sitting completely different to these cutouts, so somehow really it's not the biggest issue at the moment, but down the line we're going to have to figure out what to do with the heater. Part of me saying we've got to get the van one to work, but yeah, my electrical knowledge only goes so far, and that is very advanced, so there is so much to think about with this project. What have I got myself into?
2 days later.
Right, so now we've got a bit of the harness roughly down. The next thing we need is bases to plug stuff into. For example, the pedals. This is the Fiesta ST's brake pedal with the holes, well, pins for where the accelerator's got to go. You can see, if I move the camera, it does pretty much nearly line up with where the brake booster is going to come through. You can see the daylight just coming through. I just need to take a little bit off of this mounting point so we can have this come down a little bit, and it should line up nicely. So my tool is not going to cut the mustard, as some would say. You can see that engraved mark that I've put there. That's probably as much as I need to take out. My little tool is not going to do that much. I'll be there all night. So that's the thing with this build. We're going to have to do a lot of fabrication just to get to things to fit. Okay then, so this is where we are. We've got the inside loom roughly laid out. All this is going to have to be put up when there's a frame in, but it's roughly in the right area. So the next step was to get the front section of loom in, and I was just putting in the ABS pump, and I got to the last one and it just didn't feel right. Do you know when it just goes tight? And I was like, yeah, that's not right. Well, this is the part that some people, I presume, would not show, but I'm going to show it anyway. I've just had to slightly tap the ABS pump, but don't worry, we put grease on the tap if it focuses, and you can see the shavings have gone onto the tap, so don't worry, I haven't compromised the ABS pump. But that's the reality of it. Some people wouldn't show stuff like that, but it's what has to be done, because I'm not buying another pump. And just like that, my tapping worked a treat. But it's time, let's start laying this loom out.
Now, luckily for me, this outside loom actually fit way better than I thought it was going to be. Pretty much everything dropped into place and it looks exactly like it's meant to be there. And if you are enjoying the Transit ST build, make sure to drop a subscribe. It's completely free and helps me out massively. We've got some really cool things coming to the channel soon, and of course, much more content on this project.
So surprisingly, this loom actually fits pretty well. Everything seems to be where it was on the Fiesta. Like the fuse box is sitting up here where the fuse box was on the van. It comes round, we've got the battery terminal, ECU plugs here, and then it leads round off to the ABS, and then we've got the wires that come to the front of the chassis legs. So actually, it fits pretty well. I thought I was going to be quite short. The only part is I'm going to have to, obviously, it's all loose at the moment, move the BCM up slightly. I need to try and get it in this bracket, really, so I can get the plugs on, and you can see here, in the cut wires, that is the Viper, so we need to reconnect the Viper system, or I need to decide if I want to just take it out. So really now, I just need to connect that up, tidy it up a little bit, try and get it in some nice places, and get that middle frame in, but I'm really in two minds about it now. There's a few ways we could go about it, but the both heaters, the Fiesta and the van, are so different. I don't know whether to just scrap off both heaters and run like a race heater that people put in some race cars. So coolant just goes in, basic, it's pretty small, so I could mount it wherever I wanted, really. It's an option, it's definitely an option, and I just need to have a good think. But before I make a decision on the heater and the dash frame going in, we need to fit some more things. So first up, we've got the ST brake booster going into the van so we can fit up the pedals before everything else. Hopefully, it stays in place. It's so awkward to get in. That's it. There we go. That fits unreal. It's like it was actually meant to be there. Right, I'll go around the back and bolt it up. And now that we've got a brake pedal, the bracket that the accelerator pedal bolts to is part of that. So I get the nut on, well, the two nuts. If you can hear a motorbike in the background, that's just Harry, so don't mind that. Nice. And there is a little accelerator pedal. Right, we've got an accelerator, we've got a brake, but we don't have a clutch. The design of this clutch pedal is a lot different. Let me spin the camera around. So if I put them down here, the accelerator pedal, clutch pedal is so much different. The bracketry to this, like, it's completely different. So we're gonna have to do some modifications to get this to work. So we've had a breakthrough. Well, Harry's had a breakthrough. The sensors on both the clutches are exactly the same. They're even the same part number. So I'm actually gonna run the van clutch. I'll put it in the van now and show you. It does look a bit silly because the leg is long, but that can always be changed.
Now it's time to give myself a bit of a break from some wiring and move on to some maintenance on the engine. Seeing as though it's out, we may as well do a cam belt as the engine's getting on now. And also I noticed a rocker cover leak, so I slapped a new rocker cover gasket on and dropped some new spark plugs in while I was there.
Now, I did all the preventative maintenance on this engine because the engine was out, even though I knew the history when I bought the car. But did you know cars you're buying have a score out of 999? Well, that's where Vehicle Score is here to help you. The app is super simple to use. Pop your reg in for free. Higher the score, better the car, lower the score. You've probably got something to be questioning. MOT history, crash damage, outstanding finance, the list goes on, and whatever it is, Vehicle Score has got you covered. For example, if we put this rusty Mazda that's on the ramp now into Vehicle Score, it's probably got a pretty low score. However, if we were to put something like my van onto Vehicle Score, it's going to have a pretty good score for a van, and it gives you just a bit more insight when buying your next car. And remember, it's completely free, so check out Vehicle Score in the link below, and let's get back to building this van.
And now we've got some pedals in, we decided to drop the Transit's heater matrix in and see what we're working with. If we can get a bit of a basis and see what the wires are like, this might actually work.
So, I've loosely just dropped the frame in with the heater matrix in, the Transit's heater matrix. I've swapped over some of the motors as they're exactly the same, and I want to see if I can actually use this. It all depends on this. Hang on, let me whip round to the other side. So I want to get it loosely in place with the heater against the bulkhead so I can see how much room I've got with wires, and obviously all of this stuff here that you can see has got to go over the front or routed a certain way to decide if I'm going to use this heater or not. This is the biggest part of this job, is just figuring out things that people haven't done before. So yeah, it's going to be one of them, but patience is key and we just keep trying. I was really struggling then with clearance for the wires. I've tried a few routes, but what I've just done is took a bit of this like insulation on the bulkhead out because it's really thick, and tucked the wire, the main bit of the loom, into it. So hopefully I'll just fit up the heater now just to see how it runs, and if I've got movement, that is that part of the loom perfectly routed there, and then we've got to see what we're working with all this lot. And that has actually worked. We've got the loom just back there, if you can see it. You can see where the wrap just starts. If I then go like that, you can see the loom's free, so it's not getting caught by the heater matrix. So it's nicely tucked away and all safe. We've now just got the big job of figuring out how to route all of that up here and see what we've got to extend. Hopefully not too much, we can make it work, and then obviously bringing it up to the next job, the steering column. But once again, another late night on the van.
And the next day I could get cracking on routing the harness the way I want it. It's one of those things, it's probably not going to be right first time, but until we start getting more and more things in, I won't know. But all I can do is try my best to try and get things where they was in the Fiesta. But I am really interested to see what you guys are thinking in the comment section down below.
That is the loom pretty much laid out roughly. Most of the plugs come up the middle. Obviously we're not too sure where they've got to go yet, so some of these are the screen, the heater controls, all that stuff, but we'll get to that once, you know, panels have got to start going in. Down here we've got the BCM, a few more modules, the connection from the loom to the outside loom, fuse box, and then if we move over to this side, got the pedal box, some of the wires for that moving down the car. So we're literally just in the process of extending a few wires. I've done a few here. I'm just going to do the heater matrix blower. This one is, we're going to make this fit all the way into here. So that's out the way, and then we can move onto the steering column. Okay then, so last couple of days I've spent grafting away, just extending wires, extending ground wires, more ground wires, wires going to different plugs. I've been doing as much as I can, obviously after work, and yeah, we are looking pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. I'm really now, the next thing that we need to get in is the steering column, but unfortunately that's going to have to wait because that is one hell of a job. That steering column needs some modifications. We're going to have to do custom brackets, everything, because some of you may know the Transits use an electric steer motor on the actual steering rack, whereas the Fiesta was just a normal rack and the motor is on the steering column itself. So we're going to have to make that fit to here, which is going to be one hell of a job. I thought we could do it in this video, but it's going to have to wait because, as you can see from the size of this project, it is ridiculous. But we've made massive progress in this video. It was literally a bare van, and now it's halfway there on the inside to becoming that Transit ST that I want so badly. But until the next video, that's when we're going to get the steering column in. We can push it back into the workshop and get that engine mounted up, fuel tank in, because over there, we think we've got the solution for that and potentially get it started for the very first time. That's if my wiring is good enough. All I've got left to say is thank you for watching. Subscribe if you're excited for the Transit ST. And if you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen the next car coming to the channel is a massive upgrade to what we've been working on. It's next level. So stay excited for that. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.